Hi, my name is Nicholas Rodink. I am 25 years old. I am a musician. I am a Christian. And I am unemployed. I have been unemployed for over 2 months now. And my wonderful wife, who works very hard, she's been doing everything she can. We're just barely making our bills. Some months we're not. It's kind of hard. I'm not sure why I decided to do this. Maybe I just needed to talk, get it out. This was the way to do it. I don't know. But it's hard. It's very hard. I would like to say I have it very rough. I'm not sure if that's true. Some things are hard. I know I've said that already. I used to work for a company in Sheboygan Falls in Wisconsin, and it was actually a pretty good deal. Made $17 an hour. Got to drive forklift. It was a good gig. But then I got this boss who, I don't know why. My whole life I've always been picked on by people, been bullied around. My whole life. It's nothing new. But this guy, he would go out of his way almost every day to come up to me, call me fucker, and he'd tell me I was stupid and laugh at me, and the guy's my age. And I tried bringing it up because I'm okay with working in a factory setting, going and having some goofing around, and guys are going to curse and talk about lewd things. I mean, just kind of the nature of the beast with working in a factory. However, when it was happening virtually 15 to 20 times every single day I worked, and was constantly being told that I'm stupid, I'm being laughed at, I'm being told how dumb I am. I mean, I did a very good job. I was never complained about for the work I did. Actually, within a year, I learned how to do almost every single job in my department except for how to operate a paint room, which a lot of people work there years and never want to learn more jobs. So I was on the rare and ready to go to learn those, and I did, and I believe I did a good job. People told me I did a good job. Every now and then I make a mistake and I don't own up to it, and it's a learning experience. Things happen. But I used to be really good. I used to eat healthy. I used to do a little bit of light workouts. I used to write music all the time. But then this guy started doing this to me every day for close to 8-9 months. Every day. And I started to get bad anxiety. Like I said, I brought it up to management. I talked to other people. I tried to get it to stop, and they all told me, "Oh, just suck it up. It's just how it is." Well, harassment in the workplace, you watch a frickin' video on that when you get hired on, almost anywhere, and it's not supposed to be stood for. Yet here I am getting harassed by this guy every single day, and no one does anything. People see it, they know it's happening, but they don't do anything about it. And because of that, I started getting really bad anxiety. I am a reactive hypoglycemic, which means I have to eat certain things during the day to keep my blood sugar in check. But I started getting afraid to go to work because I just didn't want that to happen anymore. Didn't want to get made fun of, picked on, made to look like an idiot in front of people. And because I started eating more, I started going, oh, it's easier to think I'm being hypoglycemic and having problems with my body rather than having to actually deal with this. And that's what I started doing. I started going to work and I'd get those phantom pains and, well, not phantom pains, but just start getting those aches and pains and whatnot in certain areas that you get when you're starting to have a problem with your hypoglycemia. Even though I knew it wasn't a problem with that, it was just anxiety. And to combat that, I would eat, because, well, eating makes hypoglycemia more managed, depending on what kind you have. And I have luckily I was blessed to have a type of hypoglycemia where it's diet regulated. So I would start eating, and I'd feel better. Even though I know that it had nothing to do with that, it was easier to think, oh, if I just eat a sandwich, if I just have a piece of cheese, something, I'll balance myself out and I'll be okay. And then I didn't have to think about being picked on. I used to weigh 195 pounds. Now, about 190 actually, and now I weigh 245 pounds. I am scared to leave my apartment. My anxiety is so bad. It got to the point I was being picked on so much at that job that I started finding every excuse I could to not have to go to work, to leave early, just to not have to deal with this guy, because the company wouldn't do anything about it. And even when I asked him to stop, I got laughed at. And he would go and tell other people that I was being a bitch and couldn't deal. And that's not right. I used to be very outgoing. I used to love to do things outside. I used to play some sports. I played in a band called Sanity Strain. We were okay. Not amazing, but we had fun. And I let my anxiety get the best of me. We had scheduled to play 2 shows out of town, and because of my hypoglycemia and me being or having very high levels of anxiety because of it, I didn't want to do it, and in the end ended up causing the band to break up, which, if any of you guys see this, I apologize for that. Band broke up, kept trying to work at my job, and it just didn't get better, kept getting worse and worse. And one of the guys in the band with me had a higher position than me at the company where I worked, and I figured, well, the band broke up, we have 2 years of friendship behind us and stuff, it's not going to be that big of a deal. The guy wouldn't look at me, he wouldn't acknowledge my existence, he did everything he could to avoid me. I found out later he was talking behind my back to other people, saying some very mean things, I guess, from what people told me. I mean, I wasn't there, I don't know if it's true or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if people who talk to me about it don't lie. Well, I trust them. So with things getting worse and worse and worse, it got to the point where I was feeling like I was having the flu every single day. I'd wake up, feel like I wanted to get sick to my stomach. I was popping ibuprofen, constantly wanting to go to the doctor. And it was just really Just really sad how that all made me feel. I tried talking to my pastor. I talked with my wife. Um, Nothing helped except wanting to eat, wanting to stay home, not have to leave my safety zone. Because of my anxiety that was brought on by, yet again, being 25 years old and being bullied like I was in grade school. People always say, oh, you know, bullying in schools, grade school, high school, stop it. It happens in the workplace. It happened to me. It wound up losing me my job and making me afraid to work again. My wife loves me, I love her, and we're working on this together. But it's very hard. I have parents that support me. They've helped with giving us some money, giving us advice, trying to get us set up correctly. I mean, I truly appreciate it. They're amazing people. I've been selling off things that I own, trying to keep us afloat. I don't want to lose our apartment. I'm a hard worker. I like people. I get along with anybody. I don't have problems with anyone really. I just don't understand why when I choose to be nice or try to be accepting of others and try to get along with people, that's viewed as a weakness, and people jump on that and tear you down so much. I just don't get that. I mean, I wish I did. I could try to talk to people, try to work some things out, but I don't. Like I said, I've been selling things off, trying to keep us afloat. I'm a musician. I mean, I love to play piano. I love to play drums. And I just joined, or had just joined a band, a new band before my job ended at the company I was at, called Terrorizing. Phenomenally talented bunch of guys. They are very talented at their instruments. They are brilliant songwriters, and they're great to work with. They're just a great group of guys trying to get their music out there. And they asked me to play drums, and I love playing drums. I've been doing it for years, since I was a freshman in high school. I'm almost self-taught. Took about one summer's worth of lessons, and then decided I'd just rather teach myself, develop my own style that way. And it's been a lot of fun. I love it. Like I said, I play drums, I play piano, I've been learning guitar, but I'm at the point where I'm going to have to give those up. I'm going to have to sell them. I'm going to have to quit my musical endeavors. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I've never been this scared in my life. I uh, Um, I just wanna take care of my wife. I want to make my family proud. And I want to do something with my music. My wife understands my passion for it. She supports me 100%, even in this hard time. We have pretty much no money. She won't let me quit. She wants me to do it. She's 100% supportive and is pushing me to do it more. I'm really married to an amazing woman. And I am very blessed, very fortunate to have her in my life. I know this has gone on kind of long and kind of rambled back and forth between things, but I guess what I'm getting at is I just want you to think, if you are one of these people like me, if you're one of the people that bullies, if you're knowledgeable of these situations, if you're higher up in a company and people have come to you about this, my question is, have you thought about this? Do you know what it does to people? Look at me. Look where I am. Look what it's done to my life. And here I am, with nothing, really, other than my supporting wife, an apartment that I can maybe pay for through next month. If I wouldn't have been made to feel like I was worthless, if I wouldn't have been made to feel like I didn't matter, that was stupid, sworn at, been told horrible things about my wife from this guy, if I wouldn't have had that happen to me every single day for 3/4 of a year, maybe things would be different. Maybe I'd still be working there. Maybe I wouldn't have found excuses to skip days and to be afraid of going to work. I have no problem working. I have no problem contributing. I have no problem doing what I need to support. But when I've gone and been ridiculed and cast down so much like I was at my last job, and how that all ended and what all happened with things, it makes you really scared. Why would people let this happen? Why would they let it go on? I don't understand. I don't understand at all.